السلام عليكم كيف الحال كيف اليوم صباح الخير مساء الخير إن شاء الله أنتم بخير. اسمي Fatima, and today is technically day, I don't even know what day. I mean, what we're going to be doing is day 13 of VEDA, okay? I am kind of behind, but I am going to be posting, inshallah, as soon as I can, when I can. So the topic for today is speaking practice tips. And I will be sharing how to practice speaking to improve your fluency. So I know the name of the game whenever you tell someone, oh, I'm learning another language. They kind of want to put you on a spot and be like, say something. And it's like, well, what do you want me to say? And then also, for a lot of people, what I'm noticing in the language learning community online is that some people are learning another language literally just to read because they love reading that much and they want to just read in that language. And so speaking is not a part of their immediate needs. There are people in different communities as well that believe you should not speak until you reached a certain amount of hours so that you don't mess up your accent and things of that nature. I am not swearing by any one method. I am literally going with the flow and seeing where this whole journey takes me. For whatever reason, this past weekend, it is a part of the reason why I have not posted on YouTube as it relates to the proper days of VEDA, because I have literally been on Hello Talk. So I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video and you're part of the language learning community, whether you are an active participant or you are just a watcher, you've heard of Hello Talk. So Hello Talk is an application where you can do language exchanges. So on Hello Talk, you create a profile, you let the audience know what language you speak and you're fluent in, your target language or any other languages, and then what language or languages you would like to learn. So for me, obviously, I'm fluent in English and I am attempting to learn Arabic, inshallah. So you create a self-introduction and a bio, and then you list your interests and hobbies, your zodiac sign, places you want to go and visit, your occupation, your school, the typical profile whenever you're creating something to meet other people. And then on there, people can contact you. Right now, at this very second, I have 105 unread messages. So it's pretty wild. There are a lot of people on there who want to meet you. And it's a great opportunity for you to have casual conversation that is stress-free, in my opinion, because you are meeting with other learners. On this particular application as well, you're able to do different learning sessions with Hello Words, live classes with certain languages. You have professional partners. You can do different courses as well on here. They have audio courses, they have libraries for certain languages, and then a lot of other courses. There's different tools that you can use. They have translations, they have AI grammar, favorites, a notepad, your records. So I really don't get caught up in the weeds of everything. My purpose of being on this application and what I think as of right now I find more valuable really is the opportunity to talk to other humans, real people who are also fellow learners that are interested in helping you, and in exchange you help them. So really it's like an opportunity for you to practice what you currently know. So in this, I am practicing writing, technically, aka typing. I'm typing out my thoughts in Arabic script. I do not use Arabizi anymore, which is where you type out in the English words, but you're saying Arabic. I now just use Arabic script. You're also practicing reading because people are writing back to you in the Arabic script. You're practicing speaking, whether that be for actual phone conversations or language exchanges on there, or simply voice notes that you can record up to a minute. You're practicing that way as well. In addition to listening, obviously, when that person responds to you in their native language that you're attempting to learn, you're listening to what they have to say. So it can get very, very wild and overwhelming. I am not saying that this is something that everyone needs to do immediately in their journey, or really at any point in their journey. But if you are someone that is looking to speak and practice it in a very much so contained environment, this is the place to do it, because you can kind of control it if you go off in your own little corner. I am no expert in this particular application, so I can't talk about like the voice rooms that they have and things of that nature. Really, for me, the biggest thing is going to be around private DMs where people reach out to me. And normally it goes a little something like this. They'll say hi to me. I'll confirm that they are a woman, because as a Muslim, I only talk to other women as it pertains to casual conversation. And after I confirm that, based on their profile and good faith, we then continue on with the conversation. Whenever they say hello to me in English, I respond in Arabic, because again, I'm on the application to learn Arabic. You're on the application to learn English. So it's not weird that we're using two languages during the conversation, because that's the part of the game. So normally people will say like, hey, I want to help you learn Arabic. If you help me learn English, I'll say inshallah. And then we will move on to the conversation. It could be as casual as like them starting to ask me certain questions and I respond, or some people might want a little bit more of a, what are we going to talk about? Like, what is the topic going to be? And so I normally start off with self-introductions. So this is like my third or fourth day on the application. So again, no expert, but I wanted to give my initial thoughts, and then hopefully maybe a month from now, 6 months from now, and then a year from now, if I'm still on the application, I can give my final thoughts, just so that it can kind of be a longer process, right? So I do self-introductions because I feel like that's something that I'm going to continuously have to do on the application. And these are the same types of questions and answers that I'm going to be giving out. And that kind of goes back to what you learn when you initially go to school. Like, I think a lot of people are just so ready to use the language in like a utility type of way, where you're speaking, conveying all your thoughts, that you don't think about like the simple things that can lead and grow into so much more, and that are still just as important. Like, so for me, being on this app, it's super important with me constantly introducing myself, right? But if you go to travel to a different country, maybe you don't need to introduce yourself as much. Maybe you do need help with directions and instructions, because that's what's going to be important throughout your entire time in that country, as it pertains to you being there for tourism or for a short stay. But when it comes to me and so far on this application, I look at it as if I'm going to a mixer or a meet and greet in person. And I constantly get a chance to speak to so many amazing people from different parts of the world, and the Arab world at that. So also, only one person out of the hundreds of messages that I've sent so far has said, oh, I don't speak Fusha. Everybody else has just been like, oh, do you know like the Egyptian dialect? And I'll say, no, I'm not focusing on that. I'm very firm on, I want to learn the Yemeni dialect if we're going to speak a dialect. And if we're not going to speak a dialect, then I will prefer to speak in English and, in Fusha. So far, only one person has been like, I don't speak Fusha, and that's fine. We can just move on from there. But that kind of goes against and debunks the whole thing about like, nobody speaks Fusha. If you speak Fusha, people are going to look at you like you're absolutely strange. That's not the case in all cases, right? Like, I'm sure eventually I will learn a dialect, inshallah. But right now, the foundation of the language will be Fusha. So, that's pretty much it. I wanted to talk about the application in a great way that's free. It's free. Yeah, you can pay for some cool features, but I don't do those as of right now. This is just a great way for you to kind of use an application that's at your fingertips for speaking practice. Also, you can schedule time to speak as well, as it pertains to language exchanges on the app. You can do so with as high as 30 minutes. And so it's like one person speaks in their language for 15 minutes and the other person speaks in their language for 30 minutes. I mean, for 15 minutes as well, a total of 30. Yeah. And that's another thing too, right? Like, it's like, if you speak your language, your native language, that's listening practice for that person, but you're going to need to switch at some point, whether it's with that person or another person, to make sure that you are well-rounded. So if you're talking to multiple people, perhaps you can practice different things with different people. So it's like, all right, with this person, I want to focus on speaking. With that person, I want to focus on listening, type of thing. But I mean, trust me, you're going to have enough people on there to constantly keep the conversations flowing. It's just a matter of getting used to talking to different people with different accents. And also understanding that not everybody has the same level of commitment. So, definitely thank you so much for tuning in. Like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone that may find it useful, and subscribe, because inshallah I'll come back a month from now, 6 months from now, and a year from now, inshallah, and give my view on Hello Talk, like my final thoughts about everything with the application. Not final, but like updated thoughts, I guess you can say. Inshallah. Ma'asalama.